Most of us seem to think of mind reading as a gift. You either have it or you don't. A natural talent for social insight that some people were born with, others without. But according to psychologists, it's not really that. Instead, it's a skill. And like any skill, it comes from learning to pay attention to a few things. Once you learn to spot them, people actually become a lot more readable than you thought they were. 1. Watch what the body does before the words are spoken. Language is intentional. The body isn't. When someone is speaking, they choose the words that they are saying. But the way their body is positioned, the direction their feet are pointing, or the position of their hands isn't chosen and curated in quite the same way. The body automatically reflects an internal state, shoulders tightening just before a difficult topic. Feet subtly pointing towards the exit of a room you're in with someone who's just mentioned leaving. A sudden stillness of the hands that indicates the speaker is choosing their words much more carefully. Individually, these can be pretty meaningless. Collectively, though, they often indicate a kind of honesty that practiced words just can't capture. If the body is moving in the same direction as the words being spoken, trust the words. Otherwise, trust the body. 2. Listen to what they don't say. Most people listen to what they are being told. But often, the silences are more informative than the information. The thing that they always try to skirt around. The question that gets deflected into a question back to you. The detail they skip over in a story before moving on. The moment where the conversation gets suddenly light, and shallow, and faster. People often reveal themselves more through their omissions than through their revelations. The times they leave something out in the version of events they are telling you will show you a glimpse of what's really going on. 3. Observe how they treat those with no power over them. One of the surest signals there is, notice how a person interacts with the waiter, with the cleaner, with the person on the street who's just asking directions. The people that don't offer them social advancement, status, or anything they have any personal stake in. We're almost all inclined to manage upwards and be particularly polite to people we want to impress. The way we behave toward those who have nothing to give us, however, is less managed, less performance, and a good deal more genuine. 4. Pay attention to what makes them uncomfortable. Discomfort tells you something. The second a particular topic or a certain type of question makes a person's demeanor change, their posture alters, or a sudden vagueness sets in, or they try to joke it away, something's being shielded. This isn't about interrogating people or probing areas they clearly want left untouched. It's about noticing when their relaxation suddenly dissolves. The topics that make someone squirm usually contain or relate to their deepest anxieties and their underlying beliefs. The discomfort isn't the actual secret, of course, but it points directly towards it. 5. Listen to how they speak about other people. The way a person describes those in their life offers insight into their own perceptions and perspectives of the world, and sometimes into themselves as well. The individual who talks about everyone in terms of who they've hurt them reveals their difficulty with accountability. Someone who can't speak positively about anyone likely doesn't expect anything better of you. Someone who is always warm about former enemies is telling you about their emotional maturity and ability to move on. How somebody frames the behavior of others is often in preview of how they will eventually frame your behavior. 6. Observe who they become when under pressure. A calm situation and we'll all show a polished, even rehearsed version of ourselves. Under pressure? That's when the underlying structure comes to light. A plan falling apart. Someone caught in an unforeseen, frustrating situation. The sheer energy it takes to maintain appearances means it only happens when we feel we have the mental capacity. The person's fundamental character will be revealed under duress, in how they communicate when they're tired, in how they respond when things go sideways, and how they treat people in those circumstances. This is not just superficial behavior, it's what lies at the root of personality. If you're interested in understanding the hidden patterns and psychology that drive human behavior in everyday life, consider subscribing to the channel. Learning to observe why individuals make the choices that they do is like opening up an entirely new layer of reality that most of us overlook.